Let me remind you that the David Pakman Show is mostly funded by people who sign up at joinpakman.com. Everyone is welcome, regardless of age, regardless of national origin. You can sign up from anywhere in the world, and people regularly do. And it is the primary funding source for our program. So consider yourselves invited. You will get the award-winning awards we give out, but still award-winning bonus show every single day, as well as commercial-free audio and video streams of the show at joinpakman.com. Let's see what's on the minds of some of our viewers and listeners. We are going to go to the phone lines at 617-830-4750, starting with our caller from the 214 area code. Caller from 214, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello, Dave. Hang on one second. I'm trying to get you back where... Okay, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, this is Dave calling from Dallas, Texas. And thank you for taking my call.
Yeah.
So whenever people get on unemployment, they typically don't get their full paycheck. I think they get something like 60 or 70%. So when I first heard that they were going to be giving an extra $600 to people on unemployment, I assumed they were going to give people the difference between, their paycheck and, what they would have gotten on unemployment up to a maximum of $600.
Right.
So I was pretty shocked when I heard they were going to give everybody an extra $600. And I think right now they're looking at maybe even extending that. So I think a better use of that money would be to, of course, give unemployed people the equivalent of their full paycheck, but then use the rest of that money to maybe help small business owners and the self-employed, who in many cases have seen their income drop dramatically, and in some cases had it taken away completely because they were forced to shut down entirely. So I'm just wondering if you think that's the best use.
Well, so remember, Dave, that it turns out that there was money left over in the PPP fund, as far as I most recently saw. So there was actually, your idea of taking some money out of unemployment and giving it to small businesses. Small businesses didn't even scoop up the money that was available. So it's unclear to me that that's really the solution. Now, what it sounds like your concern is, and I understand the concern, it's should anybody be making more on unemployment than by working? That seems to be the fundamental concern you have, right?
No, actually, it's not. My fundamental concern is that with the PPP program, that's really helping the employees as well. Only 75% of a PPP loan has to be used to pay your employees.
That's correct.
The business owners only get 25%. So the business owner, the only help that the government is offering business owners is debt in the form of low-interest SBA loans, and maybe helping you with 25% on your rent or your utilities.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is forgivable, remember, so it's not a loan in practice. But I think I'm now better understanding what you're saying, which is the PPP would allow you to keep your employees on and pay them, but it doesn't generate demand necessarily for what you're selling, and your business revenue may be in the tank. What if some of the money could be used for that instead?
Yeah, but, I guess what I'm talking about, too, is things like, the guy who used to cut my hair, and I say used to cut my hair because I'm not going to get my hair cut anymore.
Yeah, right.
His business has gone off dramatically. I know a lady who has a event planning business. She has literally no business now.
Right.
Her business is gone. My wife, for example, owns a pet sitting company. Pet sitters depend on people traveling or having to go to a job every day and needing their dog taken out in the middle of the day. Her business is down 70%.
Right.
So
now, Dave, did you know that
from the government?
I know your concern is sole proprietors here. I don't know if you knew, but the unemployment benefits were expanded to include sole proprietors and people who work for themselves who normally would not qualify for unemployment. And I think that that's important as well. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, I did not know that. Actually.
Yeah. So
I've actually called my representatives and asked them what they were doing to help people like my wife.
Yeah.
And I've been just told basically about the PPP loan. And I point out to them, well, that's really not for the employer. That's really for the employee mostly.
Right. No,
So
I know.
I know,
Like, for example, I know
that.
social media consultants who just work for themselves who have gone on unemployment, and they would not normally be able to, but they were. I mean, listen, the details are in some cases not perfect, but overall, the situation is a mess. I don't think that the government has done nearly enough when you compare us to other countries, but it seems like, on the details, we could certainly talk about it all day.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you one more thing. Do you think that this whole $600 extra actually kind of feeds into the conservative narrative that Democrats or socialists who want to pay people not to work? That's another thing about it, I will say.
Well, it's the Trump administration who did it, and it's Trump who said that he was very much in favor of it. So I guess is Trump the socialist is what I would say to them.
I agree with you. I'm just saying that's how the conservatives are going to spin it. They're not going to say Trump's a socialist.
Well, then I'd tell them, if you don't like it, vote Trump out, because Trump's the guy who did it.
I agree with that. That's actually a good comeback on that. And before I let you go, can I just make one other quick comment?
Yeah.
Something I've been hearing you and a lot of other people saying.
Sure.
I keep hearing people say that Biden has to win in the landslide, that this has to be a decisive victory. In my lifetime, I don't think I've ever heard a Republican say they have to win in a landslide. In fact, I don't think they have to win. They just think they have to convince us that they won by at least one vote.
Right.
And I think it's great to say we have to win in a landslide, but maybe you guys should also throw in the caveat that at the end of the day, just like the Republicans, all we have to do is win, even if it's only by one vote.
I agree with you. We only have to win by one vote. It would be better to prevent Trump from doing more of his shenanigans to win by more than one vote, but you're completely right. You only need to win by one. All right, Dave from Dallas, thank you for the call. I appreciate it. A lot of important issues there.